change this focus. Push that button twice. That's focused. And it's good enough. I'll tell you in a minute. Alright, this can move. That's some 1/2 inch flex. We're done with that one right here. We're done with this one. We're done with this one. We're just going to work on this one. We're not done. We're just setting them aside for now. I just wanted to have some stuff on the bench to show you what we had to get done. Alright, let's take a look real quick. I've got a completed end right here. Can you cut something like this? Off on that. Right, if I give you this right here, can you cut that? What's up, Billy? What's up, Joe? John, how you doing, man? I'm grabbing some parts real quick. Give me just a second. If you can cut that, great. If you can't, whatever. Cut it to that same height. Yep. And then you'll build ends based off of that height. There's one. This is prepped. This is prepped. This is prepped. This is all 3 of these ends. They're already prepped. That's good. That's helping me. That's already done. 2 of these are already done. 1 of these is velocity factor. So actually, you can go ahead and put the other end on these if you can't do that. Just put the other end on. He's fine with it being full length. All right, guys. We're working on. Pull you guys. You'll cut it with a Dremel tool. Okay, no Dremel tool for you then. All right, let me grab you these 2 real quick. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. You have 1 whole one already. 1 and 2, 3. There you go. So just do these other ends right here. Finish those, and then that'll be it for the night. All right. If you need anything, let me know, and I'll be working on this. All right, guys, we're working on this right here. Let me get this camera at a good angle for you guys on TikTok. And for Facebook, guys, you guys are already at a pretty decent angle, but let's get you a better angle. Bump you over here, bump you up, something like that. What's up? Say hello to the little camera. You guys can see me. Hang on, if I get in the right shot, hang on where I'm at. I'm gonna put my head in the shot. What up? How you doing, Charlie? It depends on the situation, to be honest. I'm very limited on what I can take in right now because it's just been wild trying to keep up. What's up, 1137? Hope you're doing well. What's up, Rose Schuyler? What's up? I hope you're doing well. Just bump this camera over just a smidge more so I can get to work. A copy joined from my post. I appreciate it. I have not done lives properly in a while. I won't be able to be live for as long as I normally am, but we're gonna make this a quick one. Get a UHF connector put on a piece of 1/2 inch flex. So if you guys are not familiar, a UHF is just a PL259. 1/2 inch flex is just a higher rated connector. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, Lord. Trying to get it done before the last 12 minutes. We got to get the steps in before we run out of the day. All right, so this is probably the most effective method I found to cut into 1/2 inch flex smoothly. It takes a little bit of finagling. I have to loosen off and then tighten back up based off of where I'm at on this connection. But I find it to be really nice for doing a nice clean cut. So I specifically will not use the original tools that come with these things that I could use right here, and just put a drill on this thing and just drill it into place. I specifically don't for you guys, and then also because a lot of connectors are different. They're not all the same. So I like to be able to showcase, 1, the different connectors, and 2, I really like to do this stuff with like common tools. You can get this at your Home Depot. Now there is one kind of expensive one. You guys might complain at me a little bit, you can get this one off your Snap-on truck. But as of now, even with inflation and everything else, I think it's only $36. So it's not like you're going to be looking at like a ton of money or something like that. Let me move this toolbar up here just for a second, because I need to zoom in on this camera because I'm zoomed too far out. You guys get to see my mess. And rather than you guys see my mess, I can show you guys my work. All right. There's plenty of mess everywhere. You can always look around and find mess. I'm not, let me know if the the mic volume is loud enough for you guys. If it's not, I can go ahead and fix it. Gonna miss me Saturday. Oh, you talking about on in Hamcation? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it, unfortunately. I need to make a formal announcement for that. I haven't made the post. I messed up and did not make my reservations fast enough, so my ticket price more than quintupled. My room price about doubled, and it was too much. So unfortunately, I apologize for everybody who was going to meet me in Hamcation. I'm going to miss Hamcation. It's just too much. I do got an order, I think, going out to Hamcation right now, though, to be honest. No, it's not Hamcation. Dayton is in Ohio. That one's going to Jacksonville. I will be at Dayton, though. I'll be at Dayton in May. I do apologize to everybody who was maybe planning on meeting me there. If you weren't, I apologize. I don't think I'm that popular where people are just going to jump up and show up and see me there. But if I am, I do apologize for not meeting that expectation. I had been planning on Hamcation for quite some time, but like I said, everything it was a mistake on my part. I'm going to go ahead and book the next, 3 events, just so I don't have to worry about that again, unfortunately. So I usually am one to learn and kind of prep something in advance, but I screwed up pretty good this time and waited till the last minute, and it kind of bit me in the butt. So that's what happens. If anybody's planning on any of these trips, like going to Arkansas or going to any of these events, then definitely do it in advance. You're going to save money. One of your best places to look, it's going to be, if you're getting a flight, it's going to be Google Flights. Search the different plane you're on and stuff like that. So there's definitely you can really save a lot of money if you do your shopping. I fly Delta and United and I think American Airlines. I won't fly Spirit and stuff like that. So it's imperative for me to kind of shop for good prices, because otherwise I'm going to pay a lot of money. That's my advice to you guys. Hope you guys take it and kind of run with it a little bit. There's lots of money to be saved on these things. Whenever you head to these events, it doesn't have to be expensive. I think I could have got to Florida flying Delta, getting there and back for like under $300. But it's now I forgot what the heck it was. It might have been even less than that. But now it's over $700 just for the ticket. So I apologize, like I said, to the guys that were supposed to be meeting me there. I know a couple guys had said they were going to be down there. But I will be at the next one. I'll be in Arkansas on Easter weekend. I will be at next one after that. I'll be in Walterboro, South Carolina. I think it's the last weekend in April, I believe, like the 24th or something. After that, I will be in Dayton, Ohio in May. Then at the beginning of May. Then after that, I will be in West Palm Beach at the end of May. Then after that, in July, I think I'm going to be in Joliet, Illinois, and then I forgot wherever else. There's several more places to go. I won't be able to make June. I'm going to miss Manchester. We'll be in DC, and it's also mine and my wife's anniversary. So yeah, that date is blacklisted. I got away with it for like 5 years in a row. Hey, what's up, Gilbert? I'm glad you made it in, man. Hope you enjoying your relaxation at the truck stop. I seen your comment over there. I figured I'd tell you since you're saying you're checking out the video. I won't be live for very long right now. I'm just throwing this end on and getting some more stuff done and then calling it a night. Yeah, we're working out a better schedule. Let me know if the audio is weak, guys. I haven't checked it since I was in Nassau. And I had to turn it down because of the music there, which is not a problem. It's just I had to make sure it wasn't overloading or clipping the microphone. And over here, it's kind of quiet. So you guys tell me if it's good on TikTok, and please tell me if it's good on Facebook and YouTube. Thoughts? No, I generally stay out of politics, to be honest, Kawali. I appreciate you though. Politics is the last thing I'll get into here. Yeah. But if it's RF related, we'll talk about it. I could talk about heart. No, there's not really there's a little bit of conspiracy. There's a bit of conspiracy, a lot of conspiracy that goes along with that. But I can talk about what it is and what it does. But I can explain RF theory to you. I can talk about 5G and stuff like that to you guys so you guys can understand a little bit more about what that stuff is. A lot of that stuff is scary to people because they don't know what it is. So they listen to a bunch of theories and then really get jerked off to the side. Not saying that some conspiracies aren't true, but not all of them are. What? What's it matter? Oh, I guess it might get in trouble for that. Not saying that some theories aren't true or not. We won't say that because, yeah, it might get me flagged. I don't know. But yeah, you won't find me talking politics on here. It's just not a thing for me. But we'll show you how to put some half-inch flex together. Put some UHF connectors on this booger. We can talk about how to put an antenna together, how to get what SWR is, how it matches up, all that good stuff. Copy audio is good there. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's up, Florin? K5YNU. Florin. Hope you're doing well, man. All right, so we had France come in there when I was in Nassau. That was pretty cool. We had Paris hopping in and watching. Where are you guys out of? Anybody want to pop out? It don't have to be exact. Just name and state or name and country. Be pretty cool. It's nice for the little ones to see where you guys are out of. They enjoy it. Yeah, we got Conroe, Texas. I think Gilbert said he was somewhere. I forgot where he said he was at. He was just at a truck stop somewhere. No. No, he ain't there. I don't really have a truck stop for the RF supply. I'm just saying, they don't know that. All right, guys. So I think I could probably fix my exposure a little bit. Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're learning. I do not want to sound arrogant. I'm always learning myself too. Moondog and Hondo sitting away from East Tennessee in the bush. Oh, okay. Cool. What? They're East Tennessee. Saltgrass is in Texas. She thought y'all said East Texas. Lord. She over here fantasizing about saltgrass. Copy Greensboro, Georgia. Okay, cool.
I had a video pop up of people eating at saltgrass.
And the bad thing is saltgrass is a chain now, so I don't know if they're going to stay that good forever. We got Mooresville. Yeah, I know. But it might be a little bigger now, though. We got Mooresville, Indiana in the house. We had Texas in the house. Greensboro, Georgia in the house. We got some Tennessee in the house. Still better than Longhorns? I don't know. I've had some good Longhorns every once in a while. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Why don't I put a 7/8 coax connector? You mean a 7/16 DIN? Is that what you mean? Or a 7/8 EIA? So I have some 7/8 EIA. This is your 7/8 EIA right here. And then I also have, this is a bulkhead connector for a 7/16 DIN. Also have back here, let me see if I got another one. Oh, that's a DIN connector. That went to a customer, but it's all right. I also have 7/16 DIN male. That's a connector that can be used on 1/2-inch flex. What's up? We got Florida in the house. Lydell's in here. 44 out of the Buckeye State in Dayton. Ah, cool. I think Rick said he was out of. Where did you say you was out of, Rick? I remember where he was out of, but I can't remember. 655. 1137's out of Missouri. We had DeLuna fly out. Oh, we fly out Thursday. Have to go to a few islands before, even on the Big Island. No, I'm not going to make the Big Island. Not this year. I had to go to Hamcation, and now I missed Hamcation, and I'm too late to go to the Big Island, unfortunately. So I won't be able to make it to Hawaii this year. Yeah, I'll see you in the Hog Yard for sure. 655 in the Carolinas. New Brunswick, Canada in here. All right, cool. New Brunswick, Canada. Look it up. It ain't too far. What brand connectors do I use? So I'll use Andrew connectors for everything possible. Andrew doesn't make a UHF connector, so I have to use aftermarket there. They do have a UHF connector for 1/2-inch hardline though. So I have several of those, the original brass, but they don't make any for 1/2-inch flex. So I'll use some aftermarket connectors for that. I generally try to find some with the brass center pin. I don't want to claim it's gold plated because I had some what I thought was gold plated Amphenol before, and it was actually brass plated. They might be gold plated, but I don't want to say that for sure. But regardless, they're good, solid, good center pins. Yeah, this is the far side. So you got Quebec, you got New Brunswick up to the right, then you got Alberta's far right. Oh no, far right's gonna be what the heck is it called? And then Newfoundland and Alberta's in the middle on the. That's funny. Yeah, I like the 7/16 DIN. I use it quite often. I'm actually going to be using the 7/16 DIN for a connector on this here shortly. So yes, that is. I use it very, very often. Believe it or not, I don't use these UHF connectors very much at all. This particular customer wanted to change out a lot of his jumpers on his station over to 1/2-inch flex. Even though RG400 would do just fine on his station, he specifically just wanted all matching coax. Some people are particular like that, so I'm not going to tell somebody no to not spend money with me, but I did make sure to tell him that it's not going to be any benefit for him. But if he wanted to do it, I could do it for him. But that's what he chose to do. I typically will use for jumpers on a station like that. I'll do like some RG400 jumpers, cut at velocity factor, rather than doing connectors like this. But hey, it's what he wanted. But yes, 7/16 DIN is better, and then of course 7/8 EIA is even better than that. Typically, your 7/16 DIN connector would burn out about the same time as this cable would right here. Maybe about 1,000 bird more in testing if you was to kind of put it to a test on some sort of a power handling experiment. The 7/16 DIN would go out at about 1,000 watts above where this would go out. At HF, that is. Now, of course, it would be proportionate at like 13% or whatever all the way throughout the spectrum. That's just because of the dielectric spacing. What's up? Hello, Stephen. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you for sharing the live. Thank you for your knowledge and the spread throughout the... Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate you, Trevor. I absolutely appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. Stick with my mountains and hollers before I go with you, Salt and Sand. I know, right? Yeah, I don't...
That Salt and Sand's pretty great.
That Salt and Sand, Mooresville, Indiana's in the house. Waving a hand. Hope you're doing well.
Especially when
It's for
there's
commercial
6
radio
inches
for
of snow.
it can be for either 1KXD. It can be for commercial or amateur, or even just regular, just freebander guys. It doesn't matter to me really. It's whoever orders. I'll ship for whoever. I've shipped to airports. I've shipped to individuals. I've shipped to, I guess clubs somewhat. I guess some. I think I've shipped to some contest stations. I'm not 100% sure. I don't always ask. What? They're right here. Here you go.
Look at my stuff.
Well, I don't remember what I had to for, but I need it. Really, they're all mine, but yeah, sure. As long as you got the bench, they're now all commandeered your tools. You bought them and everything. Is that what it is? Okay. I'm losing my own tools. Copy that. I take that as a yes. Steven, I'm sorry I did not don't end stream. Be right back. So sorry. I will hold my stream up for Steven.
I need you to do this. Yeah, while you have that in your hand.
Yeah, while I have something else in my hand, please.
The torch.
I don't have a torch in my
It
hand.
looked like it was in your hand.
No, I don't have a torch right now. Hang on a second. I'm cutting this.
Okay, well, I melted a fingernail trying to do this last time, so.
Oh, fingernail? That's not too much of a sacrifice.
But I could get 2 weeks out of these if you didn't have me doing boy jobs.
Boy jobs.
Blue collar work.
This is entirely too long.
I can trim it.
Yeah, you're gonna need to trim it. Lord. No, this one's not velocity factor. You just asked for specific lengths. What you need to do is you need to poke it through and you need to cut it before it goes through, and then you need to cut off your excess off the bottom before it's way extra. Yeah, Okay, I'll let you do that. All right, so more questions. What we got? I'll try to answer you guys' questions before we go there. Copy just bought a 300-foot tower. Yeah, I got 300 foot of commercial tower. I know. I told you it was too long. I got 300 foot of commercial tower. I've got, I think, probably, 170 foot of RON 55. I've got probably 60 foot of RON 45. That might already be spoken for. I'd have to double check and make sure. I've got, cool, 300 foot RON 80 still standing. Yeah, I sold some RON 80 a while back. About 160 foot of it. And it still had the pier pin on it too. Yeah, you said yours is still standing, so it should have the pier pin. Yeah, my commercial tower is some Sabre 3600 that I have. What up, Steven? Glad you're back, man. Hang on, I'm missing all the questions. What did everybody else say? BR549, hello. Stopped at a truck stop last night right down the road from your house. That's pretty cool. That's nice. Thank you. How about for LMR 400? LMR 400, you can use just your UHF connector. What's up, Aaron? Hope you're doing well. Trying to respond to everybody who comments in here, but you guys are commenting pretty well. So I'm slacking. I'm falling behind over here. Yeah, copy the Sabre. Yeah, I like Sabre a lot. I'll be using some Sabre for some personal tower. I've also got a 107 foot US tower crank up. I've got another 100 foot crank up that I'm selling. I've got tower galore. I've got, I think, another, if somebody wants a bunch of RON 55 from me, I've got access to about, I think, 300 foot more of RON 55, if anybody needs it.
I don't remember.
Enough. Look. You want to see this body right here, all the way to the end of this connection that has nothing but just the braid, not just the center conductor. So you want it to be the same length as this, a little bit longer than that, and then you'll be fine. Because you want to be able to solder to it without the Teflon getting in the way. All right, we are trying to work out getting some help here. All right, 10-4, can I ask you what would be your opinion for use of a Polish Pi for a base Longhorn radio? I'll have to know what a power supply. Okay, power. Hey, I was wondering here. Got a 150 foot run of LMR 400 bundled into a single cable. Still debating on what to use it for. Of 6 LMR 400 cables. Yeah, LMR 400 is cool. It's definitely limited use, higher attenuation. You can use it up to a bunch of different frequencies as long as you don't really care about the extra attenuation. Not super high power handling, but definitely could be used for a lot of, I guess you could use it for some repeater application. You can use it for all kinds of different stuff. Biggest thing, if you do any sort of, if it's a used cable, you're using it for pulls, then you want to run some sort of sweep on it just to be able to get a good test on it. PIM test is also a good test to do, and some stuff like that might help you out. Power supply, probably one of your better power supplies I like. That's good price. They're down there up underneath my bench. I can't really show you. They're the little server supply modifications that a lot of guys end up doing. I sell those little server supplies and I modify them. There's other guys out there that modify them. Yeah, those are a pretty good solution. I measured one personally at 14.5 volts up to about 91 amps at 110 volts. And then I measured another one at 220, of course, and it handled every bit of about 100 amps with no real trouble. Has a built-in over voltage protection, has a built-in, not exactly, just basically a fault shutdown. It's not really a crowbar, but it's more of just it's a fault shutdown. So if it has a fault, it will shut itself down instead of having some major problems to save the power supply. Now, if you hook it up backwards, there's not a guarantee you're not going to damage your equipment, but you won't damage the power supply. I'll tell you that much. What else we got? We got 2 300-foot runs of 1 5/8". I'd never use LMR 400 for repeaters, but have tested cables. Yeah, okay, cool. Anritsu. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I got an Anritsu Sightmaster 332E sitting right up here. What are we on, TikTok? Yeah, you can see it up here. Here's some of my test equipment. So you got, of course, the watt meters over here. Then you go down here, got one VNA, the second VNA. This is a transmitter tester. This is the signal generator. There's another transmitter tester over there, another RF communications test set, another VNA over here sitting right on top, right up on that speaker, another spectrum analyzer over there on that black piece right here. It's a Bird one. And then, of course, the Anritsu up there, Sightmaster. All right, back over here. Back to what I was doing. I got a few different ones. Sorry, Facebook, you didn't see none of that. If you guys complain enough, I'll take the camera over there so you guys can look at it. What did John Spa say? Oh, 1137. It's John Spa saying it. Hey, 1137. Yeah, I'm working.
Are you?
Limited test gear, those. Yeah, he done pretty good through work. I'm an RF supply company, so I gotta have test equipment as part of it. I guess I'll show you guys on Facebook, so I won't be mean. All right, give me just a second, TikTok guys. So you can see, I forgot about that. That's a high voltage power supply over there. Lower power supply, some true average power reading meters over there. I got a Bird 4421, two 5000 XTs, an 8 PM. That's the spectrum analyzer from Bird right up there. 12 channel Bird tester. Some just some 100 UA Bird setups right there. I was trying to figure out how to explain it. It's going to be another VNA right there, a VNA right there. That's going to be a transmitter tester right there. That's going to be a signal generator right there. That's the Anritsu Sightmaster over there. I guess I skipped right over the Apache Labs. It's another transmitter tester right there. There's the communications test set right up there. That's the Apache Labs right there. A little RF mini circuits amplifier, VNA up there. Sorry, I can't really show. It's whatever. That's the Kenwood SDX9. No, what is it? That 950 SDX up there. Another little 440 and a 7300 up there too. But yeah, that's the stuff I got. Just a few pieces of stuff. And that's the bad thing. It's not all of it either. Hey, cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've dealt with several different guys. I've got about 34 of the T-Mobile outdoor cabinets that I collected back a while back when T-Mobile was doing some decoms and changing out their stuff. So they're the Delta cabinets, 48 volt cabinets. I got a bunch of them boogers. Y'all are mainly fiber up to the top now, right? Y'all got the, I think I picked up some fiber runs. Last time I dealt with T-Mobile, I picked up, I think it was a 10 conductor 6 gauge with some fiber. And I copy that. I need to find somebody to sell them to. If you find somebody, you tell me about it. I was going to build them as some doomsday prepper cabinets, but I just ain't got the time. That's the problem. They're like $33,000 brand new, but... there you go. I'll give it back. But, what do you want? This one right here? Give me that one back. I don't care. Use this one.
No, gross.
What do you want? You want this one?
No, it was little. They both were little and red.
That's the same exact one.
It's not. They were different.
There's no such thing as a different red one. That's it. It's the only small red pliers I got. None. I literally don't own any other ones.
Nice.
Get over it. They're snap-ons. That's what they are. She's saying she don't like Nipex snap-on pliers here. Yes, RF only between radio antennas up top, about 15-foot jumpers. Yeah, no, I've seen that for sure. What's up, Steven? Waving a hand. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, I've seen. I picked up a bunch of jumpers, little 15-foot jumpers and stuff like that back in the day. Had some half-inch hardline jumpers, some flex jumpers. I picked up a couple runs of some. They used some TWC 400 instead of the LMR. I think that's what it was. TWS, TWC, one of them. I just finally sold out of it. I had 715-foot spool of it, and I don't really sell the small coax too much, so I was a little particular with whenever I sold that stuff. But nothing wrong with it. Just I don't really sell small coax. Smallest coax I'll sell is RG400. When you get into outdoor cable, smallest coax I'll sell you is half-inch flex. One of the biggest reasons I like half-inch flex is the outdoor rated coax and also the jacket, and also the fact that it's direct bury. Can you be louder over there? If you cross-threaded it, just back off. Let me see it. Yeah, you cross-threaded it. Let me see it. It's easy enough to fix it. You just drop that down your sleeve. All right, let me fix some RG400 real quick. Side quest. I just saw 676. Do you recommend that little radio? Yeah, message me, Gilbert. I can give you all the recommendations on that one, whether or not it's a good one or not. And also, it takes a bit to put some money into those to make them good for what they are. But for a just a mono banded rig, they're all right. For of course an HF rig, I'm going to recommend something different. But for something a little mono banded, it's fine. I'm a huge fan. That's awesome. Does a good job. But yeah, send me a message. I can tell you where you can get one and stuff like that. All right. So Steven keeps coming back. What's up, Steven? Hello, hello. I don't think you realize I'm on a few different platforms, but I do appreciate you leaving and coming back and hanging out. Thank you, Steven. YouTube fellow over there is playing around, having some fun. All right, so back to what I was saying. Let me clean this up. All right, that is now tidied up. Gotta take the dikes and cut this real quick. There we go. That's all finished up and prepped. There you go. Fixed it. I fixed your mess. No, I'm just kidding. I'm about to have a mutiny over here. I talk too much junk.
I don't have a union to fall back on.
No union. All right.
Where does it go?
Just put it in the pile. That's fine. All right.
It's not been soldered.
Yeah, I still got soldered. Just landed a brand new 700 amp Delta power rack for shelter. Cool. Yeah, I probably should carry some of that other stuff, but it's just I don't really have a whole lot of new customers for stuff. Whenever you go with site customers, there's typically some bigger companies that would probably outbid me and stuff on stuff. So I don't really. I'm a supply company. I will supply RF components, but mostly surplus when it comes to stuff like that from for towers and broadcast. I do appreciate you guys hanging out for sure, though. But I will sell coax new. I could probably do that just fine, and I will wholesale long runs of coax. So maybe I could do something reasonable there. But the problem is you guys moved to fiber, so it doesn't really help too much. At some point in time, I may try to surplus some fiber out, but I just hadn't got there yet. It's just that's not my, I'm not trying to compete with a bunch of guys with that's like multi-million-dollar corporations or even sometimes billion-dollar corporations. I ain't got that kind of sway there. But I got tubes, I got sockets, I got a lot of any sort of RF components. I've got power supplies. I've got some of those old rectifiers, not old rectifiers, but some of those rectifiers for the those Delta cabinets. I don't know. I've got all kinds of other stuff. Of course, towers. all sorts of other stuff. All right, so I need, I've already done that, should be fine. I wouldn't be buying for sale, planning to do a couple repeaters for ham and DC fiber, WISP stuff. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, for sure. I do small jumpers and stuff like that, LMR 400, half-inch flex, half-inch hardline. I'll do some RG 400. I got a little bit of trouble with my RG 393 right now, but I normally have some RG 393. I could pretty much sell any type of LMR cable. I don't like to because I'm not a huge fan of it, but I can sell it. And a bunch more. 217, 218. 300 foot of 7/8. If you're trying to get some 7/8, I'd have to double check my price on 300 foot. It's usually 500 foot is where my some of my more higher quantity discount prices, and also more of a repeated basis kind of order. Like, hey, I want to get this much length, and I want to do that continuously, and then I kind of give some better, try to give some better prices as best I can at least. But I still will probably work with you on 300 foot. If it's just 300 foot with no ends, if you just wanted to get the cable and do it that way. Sure. I can shoot you a price and let you know. I've got a couple different brands that I can go with, but just send me a message on, it's better, I have a Facebook, it's exactly the same name as D-Wins RF Supply. So just hit me up on there, it'd probably be better. You can try to message me on TikTok, I'll do my best to respond, but it's just, it's not the easiest place to respond to. I've been trying to respond to TikTok messages, but they've got to work out their business platform. It says there's 7 other guys in here, Steven, but I don't know. No, there's somebody else. I can't even read that. What's up? Copy of Old School. Yeah, this is just a UHF connector. I've got DIN connectors and 7/8 EIAs and all that other stuff. Here's your 7/8 EIA. Here's your 7/16 DIN right here. Here's your 1 5/8 EIA right over here. I got all sorts of them, so whatever you want. You want to go bigger, I've got bigger too. Alright, so let's put some heat on this and let's go with that. So this is some 1/2 inch flex. This cable is by far overkill for what this specific customer wants it for, but again, it's just what they requested. They wanted, for whatever reason, they wanted to have matching cable all the way down. They have some 1/2 inch flex for their main feed lines. They just wanted 1/2 inch flex everywhere. All right, I got more to do, but I am out of time today, guys. I will be back. What is it today? Tuesday? I'll be back on Thursday. It's a phone. That's the Cricket. I don't know. But no, I will be back on Thursday to do some more stuff, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all y'all. You guys are great. Yeah, I'll check. Okay, I'll send you a message back. What I recommend for HF ham, 100 watts, 50 foot. 100 watts, 50 foot. I mean, realistically, 50 foot. Probably something like RG213. That's what I'd say. RG213U, but maybe try to find some double shielded or something like that. 393 is going to be way too overkill for that. It's like $12 a foot. Doesn't make sense. 1/2 inch flex, you could do something with that. It's like $350 a foot. It'd be overkill for 50 foot, but it would do great. LMR 400 would do fine, but I'm not a fan of as much of a fan of LMR 400. I've had some issues with RF with LMR 400, so not a huge fan of LMR. I've sold a bunch of footage of it, but for HF usage, I'm not a huge fan. Then there's all kinds of other stuff you could use too. But yeah, if anybody else needs anything, just let me know. Message me on here. I've got any of the platforms. I'm D-Wins RF Supply. I also have a .com at the end. I'm not going to say too much about that because I get in trouble on TikTok. But yeah, if you guys need anything, just give me a shout. Appreciate you guys. Thanks. I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. I will see y'all on Thursday. I'll be back live. So I'll try to get out here a little sooner next time. So appreciate y'all hanging out. If y'all need anything, like I said, send me a message. All right. See y'all. And see you later on YouTube and Facebook land.